Welcome, everybody.
Hey, how is everybody doing?
It is a wonderful day here at Cabela's. We are live streaming from Cabela's down in Chesterfield, Michigan, and we're running just a little late. I had to make a couple quick pit stops to get some gear.
We're only 8 minutes late.
That's it? Okay.
No, we're doing good. It's typical us late.
All right. Well,
you know how that goes.
Got to do a little bit of sharing of some things.
Let's do a little sharing
going here and all kinds of good stuff. So let us know how the audio sounds, because we actually ripped the studio apart and brought it out live.
Right.
So everybody out there in Facebook land, please let us know what's going on if you can. I got to try to see if I can see this thing here. There we go. Stream is up.
Stream is up. We are live. We are sharing.
Hey, Billy Hoffman. Good, good. Chris Schnurr joined. Ian Sparks. Hey, awesome. Good. I'm glad everything sounds really good, because we were sweating it.
Yeah, we were. It's always a sweat the first time.
Absolutely. So we're going to do a little bit of sharing here real quick, and then we'll get going today's show.
Right.
Sitting here in the atrium at Cabela's in Chesterfield.
All right, so we're perfect and perfect. All right, cool. Good deal.
Well, the audio is perfect. I don't know about you.
No, the audio. Number one thing. They got to be able to hear us on the radio.
That's right. That's right. So, all right, there we are. Let me do some.
I'm hearing feedback. How about I turn my sound down? There we go. That's better.
You still haven't figured out how to work that phone yet?
No. I'm due for a new one, too.
Well, maybe they'll figure out how to put a button on it that you know where the volume is.
All right.
Okay, give me just a second here, folks. A couple more shares. Hope everybody's doing good today. It's a beautiful day. You guys really should be outdoors.
Yeah.
Hopefully you're watching on your phone while you're outside doing something cool.
Be careful out on the ice. It's a little warm today.
Absolutely.
But as I've seen so far, coming through the front door here, people bringing in their bait buckets, going for bait. So,
well, that's a good thing.
Yeah, absolutely.
Okay.
We are here at Cabela's today for their superfood weekend.
Yeah. Why would we be making superfood? Is there something super coming up?
That you would think there's something coming up that might be a little superous.
You can't say super and then the actual shape of a dish that holds things that you would put soup in, because there's a copyright on it. So
yes, absolutely.
We're going to call it the big game.
Yeah.
So we'll go with that.
Food for the big game.
Right on. Okay, one more share here and I'll be ready to rock.
You know, that's the thing. Food for the big game.
Right on. All right. Still chasing this cold.
Look at this. Look at this guy. Look at this right here in front.
Oh, we got us a tray full of food. Look at here. I love this.
That is awesome. You the man.
Wow.
You hooked us up.
All right.
My feelings, please critique it. Let me know what you guys think.
All right. Yeah.
I think everything here is all Cabela's.
Okay.
And some people are, yes, it is actual venison in that shape.
Okay. So this is part of what we're talking about today, is the wild game food that was created here at Cabela's. And as you can see on the live stream, it was just shoved right onto the table here for us to try. So
well, Tim, I'll let you know how we get the cool pro staff hats. This one, mine, is probably 3-4 years old.
Yeah,
and yours is probably
at least that. I've got 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, maybe.
5,
you should
6.
get one a year, actually.
Yeah, you should get one a year, and depending, I think blue is this year.
Yeah.
But
talk to your manager.
This one just matches the uniform.
It does. That's why I like mine. It matches. Yeah.
So that's why.
Mossy Oak, Cabela's, the whole 9 yards here, man. It all goes good together with Up North Journal. All right. So
there you go. Nothing to start a show but a food of tray in front of us.
Right.
You don't get this in the cabin.
I know it. Will you hand me my jacket right there, please? Guys, this is kind of impromptu today. We're, like I said, we're out here live. We really don't know what to expect.
Or what's going to go on for the next hour.
Yeah, be ready for anything. But we got a lot of good stuff to talk about here at Cabela's. So, we may have customers walk up here in front of us. We may talk to some customers. Who knows what's going to happen? But we will see how it goes today.
Right. So
we've done a few of these before. So
yeah, we have.
Did a couple in Saginaw. We did one in. Actually, did we do that live in Saginaw? I can't remember. I don't remember.
Tim says I look good.
Tim, you better get your eyes checked. I made him pull the sunglasses off.
Actually, I can't see the screen.
That's good.
Actually, we did do a live stream from the Columbus store a few years back for Bow Classic. Yep. That was kind of cool.
Why don't you let me have that bottle of water there?
Here, there's your water.
Thank you.
I got my water right here.
All right. So, well, what do you think? You want to go ahead and start the show?
Let's start it.
All right, folks. Hang on here. Let me get a record going. All right, we're rolling. So, let's kick this thing in the tail and get on the road here.
That's right.
3, 2, 1. Welcome back for another episode of the Up North Journal, everybody. I'm your host, Mike Adams, in the portable cabin. We are in Cabela's in Chesterfield with Dan DeFaul. What is going on?
We are on the road again at Cabela's.
How'd you like driving the cabin down here?
It was nice. The cabin was full.
It was full. It was rocking.
It was.
Threw all the gear in. We ripped everything apart, threw it in the back of the portable cabin, drove down and unloaded.
And here it is, 30-something degrees, pretty nice out, sun shining.
When I came in back after making that emergency run to get some things, it was 43 degrees. 43.
There you go. See, that's the thing. You know, here it is, January. Last week we were frozen out.
A couple days ago it was below zero at night.
Now we're into the 40s.
Right.
So this might be our winter thaw.
Right. For those of you on the podcast who can't see what we're doing, we're live in Cabela today at Chesterfield. They are having their big super game, the big game. We can't say that word.
Food weekend.
Food weekend, yeah. There's copyright on that term. So we're talking about the big game and creating food for the game with your wild game.
Right, exactly. We got it. You can't see it on the podcast, obviously.
No, but the live stream you can.
Live stream, you can see we have a tray full of food in front of us.
Right. So, Tim Simcoe down here that helps set this whole event up he's over right now with his dishes and pots and things over there cooking, and he's got some things he's sharing with some of the customers. And
looks like we got a chili and some nuts and some pretzels.
Yeah, it's all good stuff that was made here at Cabela's with some of their products, along with some wild game.
You can get it here at Cabela's, or I think you made a chili too.
Yeah. Hey Deb, hey Josh, see you there on the live stream. Thanks for tuning in.
Cool.
And for those of you who don't know, go to your local Cabela's today, wherever you're at in the United States. This weekend, ending tomorrow at 7, I believe it's 7 or 8 o'clock, they have this great big giveaway they're doing. One lucky person is going to win this big cookout deal. It's a big grill, some food processing equipment, and some other things. Almost $1,000 worth of gear, $975.
Not bad at all.
And what they're going to do is they'll take all of the registrations that went into the little thing this week, into the box. They're going to draw one winner from every store.
And they're going to win that?
Nope. That's 84 people, and they're going to put them in for the grand drawing of that $975 gift pack.
Wow.
So
one
grand winner, one super winner.
Right, exactly.
So you can take it home and cook for the super game, the big game.
There you go. Go cook for the big game.
Right on. So, but traffic's flowing through here pretty good today. We've got a lot of people in.
Absolutely, they're hitting the free food before they can do some shopping.
Yeah. So,
and by the way, while you're at it, stop at the Bargain Cave because they're having a super Bargain Cave weekend.
Yeah, at least here at this store they are here in Chesterfield. I don't know about the rest of them, but yeah, they are having a what do they call it? Some kind of
Bargain Cave blowout.
Big blowout. They're just clearing everything out. They're getting rid of everything in the Bargain Cave, I guess.
But other than that, as we do the show today, I think we're going to be eating.
Yeah, it kind of looks like
so
it.
Excuse us for our chewing.
All right, what do you want to try first here?
Since this is closest to me, I'll grab this one.
All right.
And you grab that one.
Okay, what do we got here?
I have no idea.
Oh, these are I believe these are almonds. Or no.
No, these aren't almonds.
These aren't almonds. These are walnuts.
Oh. Cinnamon coated walnuts.
Gotta like it. That's good.
Like it.
2 thumbs up for that. We gotta get Tim over here and talk about some of the stuff that he's made. And
look how busy he is.
I know it. There's a line over there of people getting food. So
right.
You know what? I like these because we can save these and put bait in them.
Either food or bait.
Thinking about bait. Don't confuse it with food, though.
You could in a pinch.
So, but, we just got back from ATA.
We did get back from ATA. We talked last week about it.
Mm-hmm.
We talked a little. We didn't talk anything about the after hours stuff.
No, there were some other things going on there that we actually didn't get a chance to talk about. We just flat out ran out of time last week.
Right, because we had that interview.
Right.
So we got there on Wednesday, and we had to go to the Out Tech party.
Speaking of eating, like we are here today, I see a running theme here.
Yeah, it's going to be a running theme about that.
Everywhere we go, there seems to be food.
Right, exactly. And the Out Tech party provided drink and food, and we went and
had some new product there as well to take a look at. It is kind of like a show for dealers to go in. They put on some drinking food.
Well, Out Tech is an advertising company
right.
that covers a couple different manufacturers, and so they invite them all in, and basically they got all the new products set up, and then you go visit the new products, seeing what's happened.
Right.
Ralph and Vicky were there.
Yep.
Jim Beasley was there.
Yeah, I got to hang out with Jim and BB there for a few. The pro shop that we frequent, Spot Shooter Archery.
Right.
So.
And Paul Penix.
Paul Penix was there. Yep. So.
Yeah, absolutely. So yeah, that was a good time.
Had a concert afterwards too.
They had a concert. Jason Lynch, right?
No, that was down at Louisville, man. That was 2 years ago. I forget who it was. I can't even remember who it was.
Right, but actually we left.
The guy who sings "I Can Fix a Drink."
Right, that guy.
Whatever his name is.
Actually, we left there and then
went and hung out with Dan Yassa, PSC.
Went and hung out with Dan Yassa.
So that was a good night, and we talked about that last week.
We talked about that last week.
Look at the ramp that they brought through the hotel, bringing boxes of bows through. I mean,
right out of the box.
Right. So that was pretty cool. We got to see the one and only.
Right.
So.
And then the next, we finished up there. We had our Thursday. We live streamed walking in the door.
Yep.
And then we did our thing Thursday. But then Thursday night, Hudala.
Mm-hmm. Which is another group.
And we had dinner.
Food. Again, yes. Good dinner, I might add.
It was a good dinner, absolutely.
And there was a special guest there, but you didn't want your picture made with him. No,
I did not want my picture with Sasquatch.
I don't know why.
You were so tempted. You really want me to get a picture with him?
Yeah,
no.
I was gonna have him hold you up, hold you up over his head and take a picture.
Yeah, I know. How come I'm the guinea pig with?
I don't know. I want to see you mess with Sasquatch.
Yeah. But that was a good night there and busy.
It was. Yeah, that place was packed.
Then they gave away to their dealers a bunch of prizes and money for stepping up for them.
So. Right. And then they had a country band there, a cover band that was playing music.
He's playing music.
So that
did
was
a good job. So
we hung out there, and then we took off, and we had the podcast meetup, mashup.
Yep.
After meeting, got to hang out with a few podcasters that we associate with, and
you got to do some talking and
sitting back and just kind of chilling for the evening. We went to an old place in Indianapolis downtown called Slippery Noodle. And it's a blues bar. And they had a country band in there that night, actually.
And
they were lighting it up.
They were lighting it up.
Yeah.
Drink prices were pretty good.
Yeah, they were.
Yeah. And Catfish. Fashion statement.
Okay, so the guys from R2, Rutten River Pursuits Podcast, one of their guys, Catfish. What was temperature? I mean, that day it was still a little warm.
So that Thursday night, it was warm, but it was going to get cold. It was probably still 40s, 30s.
So, T-shirt, hoodie, ball cap. Was it cowboy boots or just regular boots?
No, those were rubber boots.
Rubber boots, okay. Rubber boots.
Camouflage rubber boots.
And short, jean shorts.
And jean shorts.
Yeah. That was... That's the look, man.
It was the look, and then he kind of explained how he had to cut his boxers shorter because
they were hanging out the bottom of the legs. Yeah. So that's a visual that you had to be there, I guess.
You had to be there because I can't explain it. There is just no way.
Right. Well, we've had them on before. We had a couple of their guys on our podcast before and talked with them, and we've talked a little bit about the style of their show and everything. But meeting people, meeting old friends, meeting Carrie. Meeting Brandon, just sitting around, chit-chatting. It's those times where you just kind of get to sit back, not think about ATA. You just get to talk hunting, fishing, life in general.
And it's probably the one event that we all get to.
Right.
You know, it's one event that throughout the year, and it's the beginning of the year, we all get to ATA, and it was, you know, we met one of Carrie's writers.
Right, yeah. The guy who does the gun blog. The gun blog and tactical shooting.
Right.
Him and I hit it off really well. We were talking guns all night.
Yes, he was, because he was ex-military.
Yeah, and he got to shoot some cool stuff.
Really cool stuff.
You know, so I'm just sitting there hanging with bated breath going, man, it's just, I was eating that stuff up. It was really good.
Exactly. It was pretty cool. But it was just a laid-back, have a couple drinks and talk.
Kind of like here at the cabin, just the campfires type setting, you know?
Ian was there.
Ian Sparks, and a friend of his. Ian used to be on our staff. He was there with us that night. And I can't remember who he's with now. He was with Whitetail Properties, and now he's rocking on something else.
Yeah, he's doing something else.
Josh Hagerman was there with his guys from Fever Outdoors. They hung out for a little while with us. So what are you grabbing for snacks over there?
I don't know. I'm looking.
So, you know, it's not only was it podcasters, but you're talking with some guys who shoot video, who do some other Facebook-style things. And it's just good to kind of talk and compare notes and
see what's on the horizon for podcasting.
Yeah.
Right?
Yeah.
You know, talk about, like we do at the ATA, what's on the horizon for ATA.
Right.
Well, what's on the horizon for podcasting.
Exactly.
See what everybody's doing or what everybody's thinking about.
So is this the beer bread they made?
I would say yes.
Yep. The beer bread. That's pretty good.
They're very good.
And they made that with the packet that they have here at Cabela's.
Right, exactly.
He's over there by himself for a minute. We might actually get Tim over here for a minute.
Yeah, we might.
You have to wait and see.
See if he's alone. He's got a break in the action.
Right.
Have him sit down and kind of talk to us.
What are you doing with your empties here?
I'm starting to make a pile.
I was going to start throwing them over our shoulder.
No, yours is down on the floor.
Can't take me anywhere. I make a mess.
I guess not.
Stuff's falling all over the place here. Here, make a stack over there for me, too.
Man, do I got to do this for you?
Right. Hey, Charles. Charles Byam joined in. Good to see you out there, ma'am.
All right, I'll have my pile and your pile.
All right. But no, it was just a really good, casual, laid-back night to where you can meet with friends and chit-chat and talk. Kind of, like I said, kind of like what we do here at the Up North Journal. Sitting back, campfire style. You just catching up on stuff. It's really cool, you know.
Absolutely. So, it was fun catching up. And that was Thursday night. We didn't even get to Friday night yet.
No, not even at all. So, but it was a good time. And actually, there's the live stream. I thought the live stream locked up for just a second.
It's doing that every once in a while.
It scared me for just a minute.
Yeah.
So, yeah, we're actually broadcasting over my phone. If you can see right here, it's laying on the table. We had a little problem with internet connections, and we had to actually take and use the phone as a hotspot.
The phone is a hotspot.
Yeah, so. But we made everything work. It's all working pretty good. I tell you what, though, we're bumping up here on our first break for the podcast. So why don't we step out? You want to step outside? We step in. We're in Cabela's. What do we do? How do we take a break?
We just take a break.
All right. We're going to take a break. We'll be right back after this. For those of you here on the live stream, hang on, and we'll get rocking.
Yeah, we'll be right here. We're not going anywhere because we're here. We're live.
We'll be right back after this. All right, folks.
All right. So now.
See who we got online here. Yeah.
Let's see. We did that. We did that.
Got all kinds of good stuff over there, man.
Oh, we're heading for some more nuts right now.
All right.
Oh.
We almost had a customer walk right up on set here. It was pretty good. Got some good stuff here? Okay, let me.
Weenies.
Okay, hang on. Let me get rolling again.
Oh, weenies and barbecue sauce.
All right, here we go. 3, 2, and 1. Welcome back, everybody. Second segment of the show. We're still here at Cabela's.
Second segment of the show that we're live from the Cabela's here in Chesterfield for their Superfood Weekend for the Super Game.
Okay, so what do we got here, Dan?
Okay, so this looks like little weenies and barbecue sauce.
Okay, so this is like what, smoky sticks? This is kind of the. Now you made some smoky sticks, didn't you, this year?
I did
with your venison.
I did. And you know what? I just pulled some more out. I have to admit, they came out awesome.
Yeah,
I'm not gonna lie.
You brought some more to the house.
Yep.
They weren't real spicy, but
no,
it was just the first batch.
It was. I just wanted to do a mild batch because I'd never done it before, so I went with mild. These are mild in a barbecue sauce, and good. Now
I wonder what kind of meat this is. It's, we're the guinea pig taste testers here. I don't know. He just shoved a plate or a tray of food in front of us. And we're just
He did. He said, "Here." So that was good. My venison sticks came out good. I'm quite happy with it. I'm going to get some more, but I'm going to start now messing with temperatures.
Going to flame it up a little bit?
A little bit. So
now, since we're talking about food here, we're talking about the stuff that you made.
What's in the cups? Charles Byram says.
All kinds of food.
Taste test tray. You are absolutely right, Charles.
Yep, it's our taste test tray. So we're getting questions in on the live stream right now.
Yep, and we were given a tray of food to try.
Cabela's is doing a cooking demonstration today with wild game food for the big game. That's what we got to say, the big game. But that's what they're doing here. They're having or showing people what they can do with their wild game and make food for their big, super fun day, big game party.
Yep, exactly.
Okay, so and that's kind of the deal here.
We would try a cinnamon coated walnut beer bread.
Yep.
We just had little weenies and barbecue sauce.
Yeah. So we're working our way through the tray here.
We are working the whole mission is to end the tray by the end of the show.
Okay. I wonder if we can go back for seconds.
Well, if they don't run out over there.
Yeah, we might just pull that whole table right over here to us. And
right, exactly.
dig in, so.
But, yeah, so
you got your deer meat, okay. You shot your deer. You had yours processed, right?
I did.
So you had some hamburger made from it.
Yep.
And you had steaks made from it?
Basically what I did is I went with the regular cut. All I usually get is steaks, backstraps, tenderloins, and all the rest of the meat hamburger.
Okay.
And I have pork added.
Okay, you didn't do the bacon burger this year.
No, you did the bacon burger.
Yep. Okay, so now you get your meat back home, put it in the freezer, and you decide, okay, I'm going to make smoky sticks.
Yep.
What did you use and how did you make it?
Okay, so the first time I did this, I went with my typical 1.5 inch by 12 links of my summer sausage.
Okay, like we made last year?
Right, exactly.
Okay,
but this year I added jalapeno.
Okay.
And jalapeno cheddar, and then I had a pepper jack.
Okay.
So I went and did that. Those turned out really good.
Okay.
But then I had never done a snack stick thing. So I wanted to try that. So I stopped over. There's a place where I work, close to where I work, a butcher supply shop.
Okay. And that's where you got the cheese from last year, right?
Yes.
Okay.
So I needed to go there for more cheese because the cheese is good for a year in the freezer. And it was time for new, so I get new. Mm-hmm. But while I was standing there, I was looking for this recipe and to do these snack sticks and everything. But they ended up having kits there for like Hunter sausage, Hunter snack sticks, Hunter,
Okay.
And I was like, sold. So it was $14, and it made 10 pounds.
Okay. And that's like a mix.
It's
a little box you get the mix
in. Mix. It comes with the casing, the mix, and the cure.
Okay.
They call it Speedy Cure or something like that.
Okay.
But then it was really cool. So that was my first attempt at doing the sticks, and I got my daughter to help me and got 10 pounds of meat out. It's already got the pork in it, so I don't have to worry about having to mix anything like that. Threw it in the mixer. I got a Cabela's hand mixer.
Okay.
Just started adding the packet of ingredients and the super cure and the water, mixed it all up, and then I got a stuffer, but now this time I was doing it into the smaller snack stick size,
the smaller tubes or casings,
and I have no clue how to do that.
I can just see this.
Yeah. So my first attempt was okay. So, the casing was about this long. Well, it's about this long.
Okay.
About 8 inches long.
Okay.
I'm like, well, that's not going to all fit on the
stuffing
stuffer tube.
Right.
So I kind of didn't know how to do it, and I kind of did it. I just tried to do it all at once, and it didn't. They ended up blowing up, and then I finally figured out. Oh, you load it up as much as you can, then you cut it, tie the end.
Okay.
Fill that much, and then do it again, and just repeat steps.
Okay. So as it comes out and you're filling it, then you take and you twist it and tie it off.
I left mine. I was doing mine in about 3 feet sticks.
Okay.
So 2 3 feet sticks. And
so you're doing yours like some big long Slim Jims. Okay,
yeah.
I got you.
Right. So I did mine in the oven. I didn't do them in a smoker. So eventually I got them all done. Used up pretty much all 10 pounds.
Okay.
I had some meat left over from the 10 pounds. But then I put them in the oven and cooked them in the oven according to the instructions. Mm-hmm. And they actually came out really good.
Well, you brought a few over for me. Yeah, I really enjoyed them. They're really good. So,
and then you cut them to size.
Okay.
And then for the first time, I got to use my Cabela's vacuum pack sealer thingy.
Okay.
So that was pretty cool. The only question is, though, most of them sealed correctly. But I noticed, like, a pack I pulled out yesterday, it looks like the seal went.
You know, I've got another brand vacuum sealer.
Right.
And what happens with that is on that strip, when you put it in and you clamp it down and put the heat to it, it sucks the air out and puts the heat to it. Sometimes there's you have to hold it up to the light and you got to look and make sure that seal is all the way across.
Okay.
And if not, what I do is I take it and I'll wipe down the element on the inside, because what happens a lot of time is it gets moisture on it when it's sucking all that moisture out of the bag,
right,
or the air out, and sometimes there's some juice in there, and it'll get wet and it doesn't get hot enough to seal. So I'll take and put it back in again, and I'll lock it back down and I'll hit it again.
Just reseal it?
Yeah. You know, and sometimes you got to do it 2 or 3 times depending on how that element's working, you know. And maybe, there might be a bad spot in the element. If it's an older vacuum seal, I had that happen. So it kind of had a bad spot. So I'd seal it, then I'd take it, and then I'd move it.
Oh, and reseal
and reseal it, yeah.
Okay.
So
see, that was the thing. When the package at first looked like it was sealed, so I'm like, okay. Mm-hmm. But now that I pulled it out of the freezer, you can tell it's something it gave.
Right, yep. And that happens, and then you can get freezer burn that way too.
Right,
so.
and they were just in there. They've only been in there a month.
Yeah, those don't last long.
No,
those are usually gone pretty quick. So
right, so
right on.
But yeah, so that was my first attempt at snack sticks, and that was I think it was a winner.
So it's 14 pounds.
10 pounds.
Or 10 pounds. 10 pounds per cure kit.
This kit was for 10 pounds.
Okay.
A lot of kits come for 20 or 25.
Okay. So you used 10 of the 1 pound packages of your pre-ground hamburger. Okay. Gotcha.
And it was funny you say that, because when this deer that I was using was Kelly's deer, and I always wondered how, they measure out the pound packages.
Right.
Because I always notice it's like 1 point something, 1.0, 1.1, 1.2.
Right.
Yeah, well, I saw his official measuring about that much.
Okay.
He goes, I'm pretty good at this about after 25 years.
Oh, yeah?
And he'd just grab a handful of meat, plop it down, and it'd be 1.05 or 1.1. He goes, that's close enough.
And that's the guy at the butcher.
The butcher up in the UP.
Okay, gotcha. All right.
And then I had an interesting discussion with him. I had about CWD.
Really?
Yeah.
Okay.
It was pretty something interesting that as a butcher aspect, they're kind of, like I said, the PSAs were all over the radio up there.
Because the proximity being to the Wisconsin northern
they found
border.
A CWD deer within 30 miles of the border.
Okay.
So the PSAs were going all over the radio about how you bring a deer back from Wisconsin, the proper way to do it, what you can bring back, what has to be done.
Okay.
So I was talking to him about it, and it's as far as his side on the butcher side, it could be really detrimental to his business.
Okay.
Yeah, and I'm kind of listening to him talk, and it's just the fact of CWD. Either they're going to get rid of all the deer,
right,
like they're trying to do down here, right?
Right.
In that zone, they're just trying to eliminate them,
right? Or they have to bring it back deboned.
Or you got to bring it deboned.
And if it's deboned, that means nobody's bringing it to him to butcher.
Right, exactly.
Because it's already deboned and cut up, pretty much. All you got to do is make steaks or whatever you're going to do with it and freeze it.
And then you're done. So it's kind of taken away from his business, and it could potentially take away from his business, because he's also looking to get out of the business. He's getting close to retirement. So he's looking at retail selling value.
Okay.
Right now, he probably could get a decent money for his business. But if this happens...
Yeah, we know what's going to happen.
Right. It's like, okay. So I would not be surprised if within a year he does pull the trigger. Because right now he used to have the butcher shop, and he also had the delicatessen.
Okay.
Well, he ended up selling that off and just keeping that for like side money.
Okay.
Make a few some cash to cover him up for the months that he needed, and he only works from what, September to January.
Yeah, it's really amazing when you start looking at disease, politics, game laws, management styles, how all these things work together for the good or the detriment of the herd and or the hunters and or the landowners and business owners of the area.
Oh, exactly.
We've had this discussion so many times on the show. Things, we think would try to help things and make property values go up, bring more hunters to the area, which means businesses thrive. But
then you throw something, and we've discussed this at length on other podcasts we've talked about, but the CWD thing is here, but
how do we deal with it?
How do we deal with it and how do we deal with it at the levels that we do? Because really, if you divide it by and come up with the percentage of affected, it's 0.0 something.
Right.
So right there, it kind of sends me into okay, how do you? And it was pointed out as well as Colorado's been dealing with this since the 60s.
Right.
So they've been able to handle it. So we need to be able to figure it out and go after it and get it done.
Hey, how do we get some of those treats? The dog's getting treats over there.
Wow.
Hi.
Do we really want dog treats?
Well, I don't know if they're good. They're giving away food to the dog. I just wondered.
We got a whole tray of food right here.
All right. Well,
do I need to feed you?
Yeah. What's next?
Okay, hold on.
Give me something else before we go to break. What
here we go. These look like cinnamon-covered cashews.
All right.
Oh, yeah, they are.
Okay. Let's see how this works.
Can't miss that smell.
Oh, there's another dog over there.
Well, keep them away from our table.
Good?
I love cashews.
Mm-hmm. You can put that on my pile.
I will. Good
Yep,
stuff.
I like. That's good.
Very good.
There's not many things I've had at Cabela's that I didn't like. I don't think there's anything that I've ever had at Cabela's that I didn't like.
You like heart now too. Found out, right?
Yeah, you just got to try some stuff sometimes and find out you've been missing out.
Right.
So, yep, that's pretty good. So, I'll tell you what, we're bumping up here on our second break. Why don't we take another break? We'll step outside. Well, stay inside.
Stay inside.
Do a little eating here.
Right.
And we'll take another break, and we'll be right back after this. For those of you on live stream, hang on, and we'll carry on. Okay. No other questions are popping up right now.
Just cruising along here.
Yep. We got a pretty good influx of traffic there for just a minute. There's a lot of people.
Yeah, we did. While we're not live.
It's funny to watch people's reaction that come up. I mean, they're almost in camera shot, and they realize kind of what's going on at that point, and then they kind of back off. It's funny. We need a cutaway camera just to kind of show.
That would be kind of funny.
What's going on. We've had, I think, 3 different people that's done that. So, what we got here? This looks like chili.
This is chili.
Wait.
Don't say it.
For those on the live stream, where does one get a spoon like this? I mean, look at the size of that thing.
It's smaller than a baby spoon.
It is. I mean, where do you get spoons like this? I don't know. Before we go back to the podcast, we'll do the chili here. So
yeah. Yes, folks, you're watching us eat on Facebook.
Right on. That's pretty good. Now he's got his own. Tim put his own.
That's his own recipe.
It's his own recipe, and it's his venison from this year.
Good stuff, Maynard.
Yep, it's good stuff.
Yes, Charles, that was chili, and that was good. Just so you know, before you ask.
You know what, guys? There's a couple people still on the live stream here. What are you guys doing for the big game? Are you doing anything with any wild game? Are you planning a party? Are you fixing anything?
Or you don't care and not even going to watch it?
That's me. I have not watched one play of NFL football this year.
Right?
Oh, by the way, we haven't really talked about this since we got back. Roll Tide. National champions. How about that? Cat got your tongue?
Let's see. You were born in Alabama.
Yes, I was.
Then you moved to Michigan almost immediately.
I was a baby. Yep.
And you only spent summers there. So truthfully, you're not a true Alabamian or a Roll Tide.
Yes,
you're actually more Michigander than you are Roll Tide.
What does the shirt say? There's they've got one out that says something about I was born in the blood, Roll Tide, but transplanted to Michigan, something like that.
How much does a deer cost to get it butchered up here?
Oh, okay. That's a good question.
Okay. Actually, that is a great question, Charles.
Yep.
I got 2 answers for you.
And Charles also. See, Charles is like me.
Not watching the NFL.
Yeah, I just, I'm sorry. I'm not going to get political here, but I'm just not going to watch it. I watched 4 games last year, and I've watched not one snap of the ball this year for the NFL.
Well, now that college is gone.
Hey, I'm watching hockey now.
Yeah, I watched college hockey last night.
And basketball.
Right?
College basketball.
I got 2 prices for you, Charles. How much did yours at Richardson's cost?
We'll talk about that coming back out.
Okay.
Record. Let me finish it up here with my baby spoon. There you go. Danny's going to do dishes when we get done.
Yes, I am.
All right. Here we go. Third segment of the show. 3, 2,
1.
You okay there?
Yeah. I'm just thinking I'm fighting off what you gave me last week.
No. I'm feeling a lot better. I tell you what, this is day 18 of what I've got going on here. Still got a little crud, but I feel a whole lot better, especially since we got back from ATA. But we had a question popped up here on the live stream in the break. So go ahead, I'll let you.
Charles from Iowa is asking how much does it cost to have a deer butchered up here?
Well, it depends on what you have done to it.
So, let's go with a standard cut.
Just a standard straight up cut.
Yep.
You're going to take your deer in. It's already been field dressed. Hide still on it. You take it in. Say, here's my deer. I want it cut up into like what I did. I had steaks cut out of it. I had back straps, tenderloins packaged, and then I had the rest of it done in burger.
Okay.
Mixed with bacon. They only charged me $5 extra to put bacon in it.
That's not bad at all.
No. So I think mine was $75, $80, and then there was $2 or $3 extra for something. It was between $80 and $85, I think.
Mine was about the same price. I had the regular cut. The one deer I had steaks, tenderloins. I did have one with a couple roasts.
Okay.
Neck roast made. Same price. But I also had one butchered up in the UP.
Okay. At
that butcher.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah, it was about $100 more.
Really?
Yeah.
Do you know why?
He got
only game in town.
Yeah, well, that's one of them.
Okay.
When I have pork added, it's just usually a few bucks.
Right.
Yeah, he nailed me on that.
Okay.
So, is what it is. I had to have it done because it was warm.
Here in Michigan, I've seen it anywhere from $50 to $100.
Depending on where you go, it can range anywhere from. It's all over the board.
You get guys who used to be meat cutters at supermarkets, and all of a sudden now during hunting season, they've still got their saws, they've got their knives. They set up shop at their house, and it's probably started out as a thing for their buddies, and then all of a sudden their buddy says, hey, what would you charge my friend to do it?
I could make money at this.
Yeah, and he's like, okay. So then they're charging $50, $60, because if you go to a regular butcher or slaughterhouse, it's 75, 80,
up to
90,
100, depending on where you go. Like you
right.
said, it can go from 75 to 125.
Yeah, the place that I use when I have to, I don't like people butchering deer for me. The only time I do it is when I'm at camp and it's either A, too warm and it has to immediately go in because we don't have cooling facilities.
Right.
Or B, I shoot it and it's so cold that by the time I hang it on the buck pole, hose it out, clean it out,
it's frozen solid.
It's frozen solid the next morning, and it's next to impossible to even get it into the cooler, let alone get it home.
You know, and that's another thing. When you do it as a profession, or you've done it, to do a deer, is like minutes.
Right.
Whereas we sit there and we got to go figure it out and cut it and quarter it. And
actually, there was a video that was posted 2-3 weeks ago, and I think it was put out by QDMA, and I think it was Mark Ranello was actually showing how he cuts up a deer from the field to the table, and packages it. But QDMA, took it and was pushing it on Twitter, and I watched it, and I'm like, cool. I'm doing it the way I've been doing it all these years is the right way.
Is the right way to do it?
Yeah, it was it's the way he did it.
Because I've never done it.
Because I don't know what the cuts are. I don't know, what you call that part of the steak or this part of the steak. I do make some cuts on one, and I said, man, that looks like a New York strip that I buy in the store, and it's like, yep, that's the strip.
You were in the right cut area.
Yeah, so is basically taking the hindquarters, cutting the muscle groups out, and then taking those muscle groups and cutting them into steaks, and that's kind of the way I've done it, and I've been self-taught. My dad taught me a little bit, when I was younger. We would process our own deer. Okay. And I'm like, well, what are you doing, Dad? Oh, I just do this,
Right.
And it's like, well, why? Well, it's the only way I know.
Because this is the way I do it.
Yeah, it's easy, That's
those adult instructions.
Right. There's no rhyme or reason. We just do it this way. So.
Right. Exactly.
No explanation, and that's kind of the way I took it on.
No explanation. That's a good way to put it.
Yeah. So you just do it this way. Why?
Right.
Because I said so.
Standard answer. Why?
Right,
because I said so.
So.
But yeah, as far as prices, and it can range anywhere up here. It can range anywhere depending on where you go, from 75 to 150 or more, depending on where, what, how, and who.
Right. So, I guess to answer your question, Charles, if you're in Michigan, $50 to $100.
Right. Less than $100 for a standard cut. Yeah. Nothing special. When you start throwing in summer sausage or specialty stuff, then they're going to start kicking it up by the pound.
100 sticks.
5 pounds or whatever, 10 pounds.
Right.
They're going to start getting for you that, and it can run your bill up pretty quick.
Now, let me ask you this. Did the UP butcher, where you had your deer cut up, that cost you extra money, was it vacuum sealed?
You want to pay extra?
Are you kidding me?
Nope.
Where I go, it's all wrapped and vacuum sealed.
I know.
And labeled. I mean, it's awesome. They do a great job. And if anybody in the area here in mid-Michigan want to know where that's at,
just IM us.
Yep. Yeah, shoot us a private message, and we'll get you the information.
It's about $100 down here. So it's about the going price.
Okay. All right.
But that was going to be extra. And I tell you what, I wasn't going to pay that.
So then did you bring that home and then take it and package it and vacuum seal it and freeze it?
So my thought is that I'm going to, because it's in freezer paper now.
Okay.
My thought is that I'm going to go back now and vacuum seal it.
In that paper?
Yeah.
Okay, I got you. Just so it doesn't get freezer burnt.
Right.
Okay.
Or try to use it up.
Well, that's always a good thing, too.
Right. I'm due to make another batch of 100 sticks here, so
okay.
I want to pick up some more on my way around, and like I said, I want to start messing with the temperatures.
Maybe we need to go back to the food processing center back here and see what they've got.
Oh, I'm sure I'll make a stop there today.
We did a video last year when we made the bigger sticks. Maybe we need to do something this year.
We can do a bunch of videos.
Yeah.
We can do.
I've got 17 pounds of hamburger. I got to do something with it. So.
Is that what you ended up getting? 17 pounds.
17 pounds out of mine. Yeah.
But we can do it in the oven. You got a smoker. We can do it in the smoker.
Got the Cabela smoker.
There's a couple of dishes that we want to do with venison stroganoff.
Your wife's going to do that, right?
Yeah, right.
Is she going to get on camera?
I think I'm going to have a little birdie in my ear. Maybe we'll get one of those little things in my ear.
Okay.
And she'll tell me how to do it.
Kind of like the law enforcement have the little earbuds.
That thing.
They talk in your ear.
Right,
okay.
exactly.
All right.
She'll be a little off mic telling me what to do.
Right. Well, man, they're lining up again over there. I hope he's got enough food for everybody.
Well, we got our tray here, so we're good.
A couple people have actually come by and saw the tray sitting here and kind of looked, and then they looked at us and was like, no, that's ours. Don't touch it. I'll bite.
I thought that one guy was going to come over the top for it.
Yeah. What we got here?
I don't know. I'm looking.
Got to have something else here. That looks
this
like
a jerky.
Jerky, yes. This is some of the jerky he made. All right.
Okay, so this is another thing I want to talk about food. Jerky. Now this is made, it looks like this is made with the
jerky gun.
Jerky gun.
Mm-hmm. My dad actually got one of those. He hasn't told me how it worked yet. He wanted me to pick him up one and ship it down. And I go, Dad, honestly, you live close enough to the new Cabela's in Huntsville, Alabama, that you can drive over and get it and have it before I could ship it to you.
Right, exactly. You know. Oh, Deb's chiming in. Look at that. Yep.
Yes, what, Deb?
Yes,
you're going to be on camera?
Right. Oh, she did say yes to being on camera.
Okay, good.
So,
hey, Craig, how's it going, man? Thanks for joining in.
I would like to try it with the hamburger, the jerky gun.
Okay.
So we'll see. I've always used cuts of meat, so
that's the way I've done it, and then marinate it in a bag, and then take it and lay it on a dehydrator. That's the way I've done it.
Right. Now you got that smoker. It should come out really good.
Right. Yeah, that's something I haven't done with the smoker yet. So all we've done is the the sausage.
The sausage, and then the freezer died.
Yeah, my freezer.
It didn't die. Got shut off.
Got shut off. Yes.
Right. So, but
we won't talk about that.
Yeah. No, we won't.
That was a bad deal.
That was a bad night.
So, but let's see how much time we got here. We got a few more minutes. We can keep chatting here in this third segment of the show.
You know, we're talking about all these foods and stuff. Your roasts.
Mm-hmm.
Do you do roast a lot?
You know, we did, yeah. But before the freezer went bad, yes, we did. I would take, actually what I do is we package our back straps. What's that, 8 inches?
Yep.
You know, you got a back strap yay big. We'd take that, one, maybe 2 of them, and I'd put them in those, it's not a cast iron, but it's that porcelain type black and white pan.
Okay.
With a lid on it. You put it in the oven, you know. It's like almost like kind of like a Dutch oven.
Roaster oven.
Yeah. I'd take that and we'd marinate the meat, overnight in a bag, kind of like we do with the jerky.
Jerkies, yep.
Same concoction pretty much. And I'd take it, put it in the pan, put about this much water in it so it doesn't dry out while I'm cooking it. Cut up potatoes, cut up carrots with it, and then take some onion, slice that up, dump it all in there.
Any other seasonings?
I use some deer seasoning.
Okay, all right.
You know, wild game venison seasoning. Lemon pepper. That's one thing I do use a lot of is lemon pepper.
I use that on the jerky.
Yeah, I really like the taste of that, so I put a lot of that in there. Salt and pepper, and throw it in on 350 and let it cook until you can take and pull it apart with a fork.
Yummy.
And it doesn't last long. And we take that, and I also cook up some rice, and give them a plate of rice, put some meat on there, put the vegetables and stuff on it, and then take and dip out with a ladle spoon.
Yep.
The juices, and then pour it over top of it, and yeah, boom, it's gone.
Kids eat it up.
Yeah. Well, and me. Yeah,
Well,
we tear it up.
Absolutely.
It's good stuff.
It is good stuff, and
that's how we do our roast.
Okay. Because I'm not a big chops fan either.
Yeah.
I did them once, and it just not.
Steaks on the grill are okay, but you got to be really careful because it's such a lean meat and it cooks so fast, and you can dry them out. And that's the thing. I don't like tough, chewy meat. I like my meat done. I'm a well done kind of guy.
But yet not.
I don't want blood running out of it. But I've learned if I'm going to cook those on the grill that I'll take those and actually make those more like a medium.
Okay. Yeah.
Actually, I think that was the journal that just walked by.
Really?
Yeah, we're supposed to meet somebody special here today. So
nice.
Yeah, we're right across from the air base.
We're right across from Selfridge Air National Guard.
Yeah. So
you know what? Speaking of that, I saw a recipe, and I think I've talked about this before. I'd like to try the tenderloin poppers.
Yeah, that's something we're going to have to
definitely got to try that. Right, it does not. I think it takes longer to actually prep them to actually cook them.
Right. Yeah, because those are just boom.
Those are quick.
Kind of like the deer heart we had.
Really? Did that?
Yeah,
that was pretty quick.
That was rare, medium rare.
Because you cut it really thin, right?
Yeah, he trimmed that stuff. I mean, like it was 1/4 inch, maybe. I mean, he was just trimming it real thin.
Okay.
So it cooked real quick. I mean, he just put it in there and just made a minute on one side, a minute on the other, and it's done.
Wow.
Yeah, it was good. It was really good. I was blown away. So
well, you liked it, so
yeah, it was good.
I have to remember that next time I get one. I'm probably going to have to save it and try it.
Yeah, right.
I'm assuming something like that would probably be best fresh.
Yeah, and that's probably the biggest thing is getting the blood out of it, wash it, preparing it, having it fresh. Kind of like having back straps fresh on the grill after, a hunt.
Man, I could definitely see that with with some garlic pepper and
right on.
Like you said, lemon
pepper. Yeah, right on.
That could be good all over the place.
So
absolutely.
I'll tell you what, we're bumping up here on our last break. Why don't we take that and we'll come back. We'll wrap things up. We'll continue the live stream after this for a little while and see what's going on with you guys. So we're gonna grab a little more food here that we got on the tray and see what we can finish up, and we'll be right back after this. What we got here?
I have no idea what this is.
That? I don't know. I don't know what that is. We'll try it out though. A lot of traffic in here right now. You guys can't see it, because we're right up against the T-shirt section here behind us.
Not sure what that is.
Some kind of dessert.
It's a candy of some sort, right?
Yeah. Real soft.
Right. Soft and sweet.
Like that. Tastes almost like cookie dough. Kind of, doesn't it?
Kind of, yeah. First thing we eat is the heart. Chicken fried.
Chicken fried, okay.
That's a different way to have it, breaded.
Right, yeah. We didn't do the breading on ours. I've seen them cook it at camp that way before.
Oh, other guys at camp have...
Yeah, but the people that were cooking it, I mean, we got people come in, because there's so many people at camp, we have cooks come in, two people come in and cook for us. I mean, when you got 20, 25 guys, you don't want everybody in the kitchen at the same time, so we have two people that come in and cook. But the way they prepared it, every time I've seen it prepared, the smell of it, I couldn't take it.
Like a liver and onions?
Kinda, and that's why I wouldn't eat it. It's like if I can't stand the smell of it, I'm not going to eat it.
Right.
So unless there's a dare on it or something, like I double dog dare you.
Right. He went right to the double dog dare.
What we got left?
Those are dessert.
Okay. More jerky, bread.
Jerky, bread, nuts, desserts.
What's that right there?
What?
Right here in front.
Some kind of liquid. Let's have that now. Looks like a cheese.
Some kind. I bet that's some kind of dip.
I don't know if it's a dip. It's got cheese in it.
It's cheesy.
Is it?
Yeah. I can smell it.
There's beer in it.
I was gonna say I can smell beer. That smell like a beer bat or something. Oh, you know what this is? This is the soup that he made.
Oh, okay.
Yeah, that's got a different flavor to it.
Yeah, it does.
That's pretty good.
Like
a cheese, some kind of cheese soup.
Cheese-based soup.
Yeah. I don't know if y'all can see it here. If I can hold it without spilling it here.
Of course, you're using that mighty big spoon.
Right. Got another baby spoon here.
All right.
But this is good. It's not what I expected.
No.
Definitely different. I wish he had some help over there. We'd get him over here and talk about some of these things we've eaten.
Right.
Hi guys, how are you?
Hey, doing good. I wish you guys were on the live stream were here to try some of this stuff.
Go to your local Cabela's today and try it.
Yeah, they're doing this in Saginaw as well. So I got to imagine this is their big push for their food processing sale and things that are going on, demonstrations before the big game.
Right. The big game.
The big game.
Actually, if you took that and dip it in there, it'd probably be good.
Yeah. It's kind of like a soup. I don't know. It's good.
I like that bread.
Mm-hmm. My wife has actually made some beer bread before.
Oh, really?
Yeah. Out of some kit you buy. I imagine it's kind of like what they've got here. You know.
Right. We'll have to check it out.
I forget what those little home party things you go to, Simply Tasteful or something like that, you know. All righty.
It's always nice to bring your animal to Cabela's.
Right?
That's a little pudgy thing right there.
Right. Here, I'll let you stack the dishes up again.
We haven't talked about Badlands yet.
No, we haven't. We can do that here in the last segment.
Yep, last segment. Finish up ATA.
And then we'll continue on the live stream.
Yeah.
All right. Now, that bread tastes different.
No, it came out of the same batch.
Did it?
Yep.
Tastes-
Well, that's probably because it didn't, depending on how you mix it, right? If you don't mix it thoroughly.
It almost tastes like it's got a little zing or seasoning to it of some sort. That's different. All right, we're ready here for the last segment? All righty. 3, 2, and 1. Welcome back. Last segment of the show. Danny is rearranging the dishes here on the tray. He's lining up our food samples for the end of the podcast here.
For the last show. Mm-hmm. For the last segment of the show.
That's right.
Oh, back to walnuts.
You know, we kind of started the show talking a little bit about the after-hour stuff at ATA. And the one thing, the big after-hour event that we haven't talked about yet, and actually the last after-hour event we went to, was Badlands Film Festival. This is one thing that I really look forward to for the last couple of years, as half of our set falls over.
How'd that happen?
I don't know.
That's pretty good.
Here, put the dishes up. I'll stand this back up.
Yeah, we're going to do that. Can't take Mike anywhere.
Destroying everything.
But yeah, we went to the Badlands Film Festival the last day. And I tell you what, they've got two segments. They got the long film and the short film. Long film, I think, is 8 to 10 minutes, and the short film is 3 to 5.
Yeah, something like that. Yep.
Yeah.
Yep.
And I tell you what, watching that, they did the long segment first.
Mm-hmm.
And they were really well done again this year.
You know, what I really liked about this year was the fact, number one, the top 3 were all new winners.
Yep.
First time people in the event, which is, it's nice to see fresh ideas, fresh groups of people, videographers come into it and become successful, number one.
Right.
The film that won the feature length, the 10-minute version, is actually one that I saw at the Full Draw Film Festival last year. But there's no doubt it should have won. It was the first time that this person had actually entered into the Badlands. And it was about 100.
It was the third film shown, or the second film?
Second or third film shown.
And after that, it was there was no doubt.
There's no doubt. No.
It was one of those things that, okay, you watch the first film, you watch the second film, then you watch this film, and it's like, okay, this is done.
Right, yeah.
Stick a fork in everybody else because
Right.
this is going to be a runaway.
Right, and it was.
It was called 12,000 Feet Up.
Yep. Guy's mom, he had taken her elk hunting before. She's never been successful with a bow.
Well, she fell.
She
fell in the barn.
And got sick.
Well, she fell in the barn, broke her hip, her legs. She had to have rehabilitation just to get back out elk hunting.
And then they found out she had a bone disease. A blood disease.
She calls a family meeting and says, "I got this bone cancer, and it's a very low survival rate."
Right.
And then she draws a tag for goats 12,000 feet up in the Colorado mountains.
Yep.
And, well, he actually said, I didn't go elk hunting because
Yeah.
A very coveted tag
Yep.
she drew to go after these billy goats up in Colorado mountains. And was she excited?
Yep.
They were just at ground level looking up in the mountains through the scopes, and she was so excited just to see them.
Mm-hmm.
And you could tell in her voice when she saw them She goes, how do we get up there? That's like a 3-day walk.
Right.
So, but he stuck with her. They stuck after it. They were on the side-by-side going up into the mountains. And I don't know how much she was pulling or anything like that, but when it came time to, he talked her through the shot the entire time.
Mm-hmm.
And it was just, I want to say, she said she used her 20-yard pin.
Yep.
And that was, again, you're at a film festival.
Yep.
When somebody gets hurt, shot, dies, everybody's cheering.
Right,
So as soon as she lets go of the arrow and it hits them, everybody's cheering.
Because you can see the impact.
Right.
You know exactly where she smoked it at.
Yeah, she smoked it. And it was so, his photography angle at that point when it came over the rise.
Yep.
And he said, just wait, it's going to come closer.
Yep.
I mean,
this thing appears out of nowhere.
And it's one of those things. It was almost to the point where it was almost on a string. You know, you're just pulling it in closer, and she got it, and she was just.
Well, the thing was, it was facing dead on as it comes over the rise, over top of the mountain.
Yep.
And at that point, it's probably 30, 40 yards. It takes a couple more steps, gets into that 20-yard range, and then turns broadside. Like, okay, here you go. Shoot me.
Shoot me.
Shoot me now.
It was just it's on Facebook. They released it on Facebook.
Yeah, actually, it's on our page,
and I shared it on the page.
Yep.
So go over there, go up to the Underdog Journal Facebook page and check it out. But that one won the long.
Yep.
The other ones were great.
Yep.
As soon as they showed this one, it was over.
And the shorts, all I can say is, oh my gosh. The film that won was a bear hunt with a recurve on the ground.
I want to say it was a traditional all the way around from the.
Or was it a longbow?
Or longbow to the arrows to everything, right?
Yeah.
And he was up in the middle of the wilderness, miles from anybody, bear hunting, and they are out there. Bear comes in, he has a chance of a lifetime, and misses.
Flat out whiffs on it.
Right.
Yep.
Oh, was he devastated? You know, and then the bear,
color
phase comes in with a black, and they're frolicking.
Yeah, it actually is a mating ritual.
Right.
Right in front of them.
It was funny, and he's just sitting there.
Taking this all in.
Right. And then all of a sudden, they just split. Because a cinnamon comes in.
This big behemoth of a bear.
Right. Comes right in. And now, granted, he's not up in a tree.
He's on the ground.
He's in a ground blind with sticks and twigs tied up to make a blind that's
a couple feet high.
It was a couple feet high. It was probably about 20 yards to the bait stand.
Yep.
And and this bear comes in, goes right to the bait, and he goes to draw back on it, and it looks right at him.
Then it comes over and checks him out.
Literally walks over to him. It gets so close. Well, how close did he get?
The arrow tip touched the nose of the bear. He pushed into the blind.
I'm sorry. I would have lost it by then. I don't see.
And this bear is probably, what, 400-500 pounds? It's huge.
It's not
huge.
a small bear.
Yeah, it's a huge bear. It may even been bigger than that. It may have been 6.
It pushed into the blind. He hits, and this is all on video, folks.
Yep.
So you can't dispute what's going on here.
Right.
He touches it in the nose, and then it kind of does the quartering away shot, and he's able to shoot once then.
Yep.
And then it goes to the bait again, and he's able to shoot it again.
Yeah, he hit it as it was leaving at probably 5 yards, and it scampered over near the bait. He gets another arrow knocked, and then hits it again.
Right. And I tell you what, I don't know if he had a gun backup or not.
I don't know, but he kept his composure.
Oh, then he lost it after he shot it.
Right.
But that was incredible film footage.
And you almost wish that had been a feature-length film, and he had expanded on that hunt, to see 10 minutes of it instead of the 3, 4, or 5 minutes of it.
Right, exactly, and that's the thing. It was just one of those. It was
more smoky treats.
Yeah, more treats.
We're almost done here. We're
almost done.
About polished this whole thing off.
Yeah, well, somebody's got to do it.
Right.
But that film was just incredible. So.
And there's nothing like being in a theater with 400, 500, 600 people. And every time something gets shot, the whole crowd just erupts, like, in this big cheer.
Right? A big cheer for hitting the black bear, for shooting the deer. The close second in the long film was when the family got their young son to shoot a buck.
Shot his first buck
down in, I think it was Texas. And the crowd went crazy then. Mm-hmm. He shoots his buck and it drops.
This beautiful buck. I mean, dropped it right in its tracks.
Right, and the crowd went crazy.
That brought a tear to my eye because it took me back to when my kids killed their first deer.
And that's another thing, hunters and memories, right? Mm-hmm. Something will trigger a memory that goes back to whenever. You can find a place and time that it reminds you of. So it was awesome.
And the thing that got me, the very first film of the night and the full-length feature was a Colorado elk hunt that the lady was on. She didn't kill the elk. It was that the one that was called Ethics? And they let it walk because it just didn't present the perfect shot.
Which was like 5 yards.
It was 5 yards, but she was blocked by a tree.
Right. But it was kind of, again, the camera angle was awesome.
Yeah, the camera angle. I mean, all you see at one point is the full face of this elk. You see the base of his antlers, but you see his eyes, his nose, his mouth.
Breathing.
You see the steam coming out of his nostrils. It's raining. You can see stuff dripping off of his chin and off the whiskers, off the side of his face. It's just incredible.
That was great photography. That videography of that moment.
And that one actually wound up.
That was second.
Second place.
Yeah, that's called ethical. And it was being ethical.
Yeah.
They did, she was behind a bush. The elk comes around the bush. And literally within 2 more steps of getting shot, it stops.
Yep.
But she didn't want to do anything and shoot through a bush or do anything like that. And it ended up turns and leaves.
Walks away.
Right. So just one of those things, being ethical.
Yep. And that was the thing about the films this year. It wasn't all about kill flicks.
No.
There was a lot of it that was on ethics.
Another one, the 20 acres.
Yeah.
Hunting his little 20 acres on top of a mountain, waiting for that certain buck. It just never materialized.
Right.
It just didn't work.
So that's the thing I think I really liked this year about. I mean, the first year we went was 3 years ago. This is the 5th Badlands Film Festival. This is number 5. We've been to 3. This was the 3rd one. But the very first time we went, it was the hunts. It was taking the animal, and whatever that storyline was around it. Last year kind of the same thing. This year we one thing we didn't say is this year we saw women.
There was a lot more women.
There was a lot more women actually out there. There was 3 in the full-length features.
I can't think of the name of the one. Follow her.
The 3rd place one.
Yeah, follow her arrow. Follow something.
Yeah.
But that was a good one as well. It was how she trained and how she worked and tried to
get out there
to that
for the
point,
hunt.
but just never happened.
Yep. In that 3rd place, what was cool is when they won 3rd place, they took their money. It was $1,000. They took that money and donated it to the 1st place winner.
Oh yeah, to the fund for
the fund. Yeah.
Because actually, the mother could not make the trip.
Right.
The son was there and he accepted the award. But she could not make it from Colorado, so that was kind of cool. And they donated the money, and that was kind of cool. But again, this year we did not have another. It's 2 theaters. There wasn't anything happening in the other theater, so David Boggs couldn't get lost.
Right, like he did last year.
Like he did last year.
Go over to see The Sound of Music.
Right. We had 1 theater to ourselves, and it was packed.
Yep.
It was a fun night, and it was getting cold.
Yep, it was cold that night.
Right,
it was cold,
and luckily we drove over there. And it was pretty good. So, but no, another, and you'll be able. I think you'll be able to check these out on
YouTube.
On YouTube.
Yeah, if you just Google Badlands Film Festival, you'll be able to see all the previous years. What they do is they make one big long film,
right,
and they just put them all together. You can sit and watch them. It's just some really incredible videography.
There's some good stuff
and good stories.
Josh was in there. Josh Mo was in there again.
Yep, from Garmin.
For Garmin, he ended up shooting a black bear. Unfortunately, he went up against the other one, didn't have a chance.
Right. Yeah, the ground blind bear hunt, man.
Right.
on the ground. That was incredible. And he even said when he had heard about that film,
right?
And he even told us once he knew that was in there, he's like, "Yeah," I said, "I ain't going to win." So,
yeah, that was something.
Because with the smaller films, they don't do a first, second, third. They just do a first, and that's it.
Yep.
So,
yeah, hands down, Bear touches Arrow in the nose.
Right.
Yeah, you win, and you live to tell about it.
Right.
So,
but if you ever get a chance to go to Badlands Film Festival, it's definitely worth taking the time out of one evening of the ATA and actually going to that and partaking in it. And not to mention the nice little swag bag they give away.
Oh, well, of course. The swag bag is always good.
Lots of little goodies in there. So.
We got a K2 cooler cup, tumbler. G5 provided a peep sight. Oh, a Badlands sticky thing of their logo.
The emblem, yep.
The emblem. But I love cashews.
More nuts here for dessert.
Right? So
we're getting close to the end of the show, Danny. We got more food here. We're going to need to eat up.
We're working on it. I'm trying to talk and chew at the same time. But it's a good day to be outside, though.
You know what? I think that's what you're going to see here later on today at the store. This afternoon, I think people are going to be getting outside. Probably see a little lull in the traffic.
I think so.
And then this evening might pick back up right before dinner.
Well, speaking of this evening, we're heading over to the winter benefit for kids banquet.
Right. We'll be talking about that next week.
We'll talk about that next week.
That's always a good time over there, helping these kids that have life-altering disabilities or sicknesses, and making sure that they get a chance to get into the outdoors and take a hunt or a fishing trip or an outdoor adventure, to get them out for a wish. It's always a good time over there. Usually a lot of tears. You never leave with a dry eye.
No, you don't.
So, all right, man, we're going to finish this food up here before we wrap up the show.
We're finishing it up, and then we'll
all right.
We'll be out of here. But
keep eating all this food here. We're not going to want to have dinner tonight.
This is tiding us over because we didn't get lunch.
Right. All good stuff.
It is. All provided at Cabela's. So not only can you get your outdoor gear at Cabela's, you can get your food.
Or you can get stuff to make your food.
Processing stuff to make your food right here.
Get into your local Cabela's this weekend. Make sure you sign up for the giveaway. Get in that drawing. Each store is going to draw one name, and they're all going to go into, all 84 names will go into another drawing for the big $975 grand prize. The smoker, no, it's not smoker, grill, the
grill.
giveaway, yeah, and other food processing equipment. Oh, we got fudge here.
I think we're heading down dessert lane.
Mm-hmm. Fudge is always good.
Peanut butter fudge.
Mm-mm. We're down to one viewer.
We are. That's all right, though.
We'll finish up here on the podcast
This
here
is
in
it.
just a second.
Oh,
Last one. What do we got here? Oh, that's a big piece.
It's a big piece.
Is that brownie?
Chocolate fudge.
Or is that fudge? As I drop my water.
That's how you finish it for the show.
So you can do the dishes for us?
Yes, I am. Yes, I am.
So I guess that means you're going to leave the trash for me.
Right?
I got to take the trash out.
You got to take the trash out. So, nope. You know what? It's been a good hour here at Cabela's. Stopping in, seeing hi everybody.
We've still yet to get Tim over here.
Yeah.
You know what we might have to do? Wrap up the show. What we can do, we can get him maybe to come over and talk a little bit. We'll fire the live stream back up.
Yeah.
And give him
Let's do that.
A few minutes of glory here and talk about some of the food products they got.
And so next week, we'll be back at our regular time Sunday night, just to tease it out a little bit. We're going to have Tim Cias on live on the show.
Mossy Oak Pro staffer out of West Virginia.
Yep. And did you? They're getting elk down there.
I saw that. I saw a post on that.
Yeah, they're going to have some elk transplanted down by his area there.
We have to talk to him about that.
Exactly. That's what I was thinking. Finding out, because we did it here in Michigan. It is a big hit.
Yeah, now we got elk hunts.
Right, now we got elk hunts.
Yep.
So we're going to have him on the show next week. And then we'll have a big announcement as well as we go through that.
All right. So well, I'll tell you what, as far as the live stream and everything goes here for the podcast here at Cabela's, I think we'll wrap it up right now.
Yep.
And just like Danny said, next week we'll be back in the cabin.
And remember, if you're out and about, and you can also find us on Good Talk Radio.
Absolutely. GoodTalkRadio.com.
2 o'clock on Saturday afternoons.
Eastern time.
Eastern time, or 12 o'clock Mountain time.
That's right. So go over there and check us out over there.
Go over there, check us out over there if you want to catch our show there on Saturday afternoons. Or find us the usual way.
Right on. What do we got planned for next weekend? We're going to do anything?
Next weekend, it looks like
we got an open weekend.
Yeah, it might be an open weekend.
I don't know if we're going to get to do any ice fishing or not. They're talking about some warm weather here.
It's not supposed to go below freezing the rest of the week.
I know. So if you guys are on the ice, be careful.
Yes, be careful. We already heard some people going through.
We lost a guy. We lost a fisherman this week up in Sanford Lake. He went through on a UTV, and he's no longer with us. So
be smart, people.
Yeah, you got to be smart. And you're out there. Right now, they said the Saginaw River in the shipping channel, there's places that's 2 inches thick. It's not thick enough to be on. And actually, yesterday at work, I was watching the sky cams. There's 8 people out there just in one little section, from one side all the way across the other. And guys, check the ice before you go out. Check,
right.
Make sure what you're sitting on is solid. Make sure it's good, hard, clear ice. And
make sure it's solid.
Make sure that if there's any current, it's not eaten away from underneath. So.
Absolutely. Just be safe out there, people, with these fluctuating temperatures.
Right on. So, all right, guys, we're going to wrap up the podcast here. So make sure tune in next week, same time as usual, Sunday
usual
at 7.
Time next week.
Sunday at 7. That'll do it for us this week, folks. As we always say at the Up North Journal, if you're out in the water or in the woods, be safe and shoot straight. Until next week on the Up North Journal. For those of you on the live stream,
I got to fix my ears.
We got a couple of people on the live stream here, so
yeah,
we'll take some questions. Anything you got here?
Yeah, anything you got for us here while we're sitting here live?
We're sitting here in Cabela today at Chesterfield.
Right.
They're cooking food with wild game. Talking about the big game next week. How you can prepare a game for. Actually, is that next week or is that 2 weeks? 2 weeks away, so that's right.
Tomorrow's the championship games.
Tomorrow's championship. The AFC and NFC championship games.
I don't know why they do it in 2 weeks, but whatever.
There's a lull between.
They do the Pro Bowl next week.
Oh, okay, that's what it is.
Right, so.
Right on.
But anyways, no, get out to your local Cabela's like we did. It's kind of fun being here.
Yeah, I always love being down here.
Absolutely.
We need to do some shopping.
I'm game with that.
Well, I'll tell you what we'll do. We're going to shut the live stream down here. And as soon as we can get Tim over here that's been doing all the cooking today, maybe he's got some products he'd like to talk about. We'll fire the live stream back up.
I'll do the dishes.
Yeah, okay. I'll take the trash out, I guess. But we'll get him over here. We'll talk about some of the things he did and what he used and how to prepare it. So, and what they've got here that you can actually buy in the store to help make food for your big game dinner here in a couple weeks. So that'll do it for the live stream. Stay tuned. Watch for your notifications, and we'll be back here in just a little while. Y'all take care.